They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy.
As we'll see a squad from the MAC.
The Bowling Green Falcons taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Falcons offense will get first crack at it today. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive. So it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So the quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go from there.
And the Falcons will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets a block. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the can?
Shooting out of the can with a start where everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
42,
Smith wants to throw. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Handoff to the lone back. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the opener. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. When the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline, that might be a home run play for the offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Falcons line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Rodgers. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Smith dropping to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college.
Oh, he's got some space. Just steamrolling the defense. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5.
Cricket.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ridley. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
On the run, it's Hawkins. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball. At that time, there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Breaks into the open. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lanier. And he's dragged down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. The screen, and watch out. Crosses the 30, he's got away. There he goes to the right. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot, try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Now on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
He's in open space downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Well, they're trying to catch the defense napping there. Sneak the running back out of the backfield, see if the defense's eyes are maybe in the wrong place, but a great job. Everybody's staying home and then making a nice tackle.
On the ground, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it.
Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Motion from the back. Smith wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. Quarterback making checks. Toss sweep to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Gridley. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Gridley. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The play action fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week one is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. To the ground with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense set on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Ridley. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pulls it in. It's Hayes. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Falcons send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next.
There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And now the offense just said, oh, you don't think he's going to run it? You're not going to account for him? I'll do that. Great job taking advantage of the numbers. When you're an offense and you have a quarterback that can do this occasionally, it just puts that little bit of doubt in my head, makes me play it a little bit more on defense.
Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly deep downfield. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Backed up now, here's second and long.
Get set.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for room, it's Hawkins. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hawkins. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now it's second and long. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Falcons will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Smith wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Hold on.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, another big incompletion on 3rd down now, and if you're the head coach, I wonder if you start thinking about making a change at quarterback because you don't have any points. You haven't been able to find any rhythm in the passing game. You're in the second half now, and you've got to be able to find a spark, and you just wonder if maybe the backup can give that to your offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Fleming. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wide open downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
42 spot.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. A shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a sixer, but his guy dropped it.
Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Graham. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up and try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. This quarterback part of their running game. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Anderson will throw. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The inside handoff. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Anderson wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Falcons decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pack.
He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Off the play fake on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Pass interference. Offense.
A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Anderson will throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Bringing the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He now has 106 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. The give as they work on that clock. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play balls at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and short, the power run here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the new kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Power football with the run. Turning it on. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.